All right, we're back in 5, 4, 3, 2.
This just in. Car washes can kill you. Now with more, here's Gerald Butler.
Well, not the buildings themselves, Pat, of course, but the people in and around them. Tonight, I'm at the Squirts for Less parking lot, where a man lies dead after suffering a gunshot wound to the face. The wound is so severe that authorities have been unable to identify him conclusively. In fact, when I questioned the sheriff, he looked me squarely in the eyes, shook his head solemnly, and began to weep. This much we do know, Pat. Tonight, the images of car washes, usually associated with sweet smells, super gloss, and young, nubile summer employees, has taken a severe blow. A severe blow right to the face. This is Gerald Butler, the WFOT News.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm standing here in front of the Burgaw Town Hall, where the mayoral race between Oyster Bummins and Artie Flannigan has ended in a concession. This comes amid swirls of reports and questions over last week's car wash shooting. The Squirts for Less scandal, or Squirtgate, has left this small town reeling. As everyone in this beautiful southern community wonders, how could this happen? Where did it all go wrong?
Yeah, well, I mean, some people may say that Oyster, he ain't got no job. Well, I laugh at them people, because you know what? I am the groundwork laying the foundation of the cornerstone. We plant the grassroots in this town, all right? I inspire people. That's my job. Plus, I clean the shit off your windows when you're driving by with my bucket and my sponge. I use my shirt sometimes if my sponge fucked up, but whatever, man. That's my job, man. Inspiration and window cleaning. You guys want to get a biscuit, or are we still rolling? All right. Around here, I guess you could say I'm some kind of a local hero, people may say, that Oyster Bummins, he's some kind of hero. I don't know. Maybe I is, maybe I ain't. But that ain't for me to decide. That's like asking which came first, the chicken or the egg. It's gotta be the egg, otherwise where the hell the chicken come from? Well, wait. If there ain't nothing to be lying on the egg, then where did the chicken come from? Wait. So it must have been the chicken then. How are you today, sir? Man, that's a funny thing, man. I've never actually really thought about that. If it's the egg, then where the chicken had to. Oh, God bless. You have a good one. Woo! Let's go. Thank you, sir. Damn, chickens, man. God, man. I love them. I love chickens.
Morning, Oyster. Table's all ready.
How's that daughter of yours doing, Gladys?
Tina's doing fine. Now, when you gonna get off that bony ass and get that girl to go out with you? Y'all perfect for each other.
I done asked her every day for the last 6 months. I don't know what's wrong with her.
She's just as stubborn like her mama. But you'll break her, you'll see. Now get on back there and start warming me up some grandkids.
All right.
My mama's been trying to get me to go out with Oyster for, well, as long as I can remember. And I always just said that I wasn't interested. It's like the thought of me and Oyster just feels wrong. Or weird, even. It's not that he repulses me. How you doing, Oyster?
Can't complain, Tina.
It's good.
Well, except maybe for that rash I was telling you about. Mom says we got that bad boy on the ropes, though. So.
It's more like that feeling you get when you imagine your entire body's just covered in ants. Like that. Kinda shivery. Usual then?
Tina?
Yeah.
I really love the way that, you know, whenever I'm hungry, you bring me my food, and, you know, when I ain't hungry no more, you take the dishes away, and, you know, whenever I ask for anything, you go and get it for me. Yeah.
Well, I do that because you pay me to, Oyster.
And you always look so pretty when you're doing it. Well, I guess except for that time your boyfriend skipped town and, you know, you blew up, you got all fat and cried a lot. But, you know, except for that, other than that, you know, you've just always been so great. I guess what I'm trying to say is that, you know, maybe someday it would be nice if you could start bringing me my food on, say, a non-paying basis.
Is that supposed to be a proposal?
Well, no, you know, let's not get all worked up. You know, I still got to see the goods before, you know,
Oh my
start
God,
tossing
Oyster.
around the M word.
You just forget
Tina, you know, it wasn't so long ago that me and you was an item.
That was for like 3 minutes in the 8th grade when you asked me out in the lunch line.
You asked yourself why you remember that so well.
You tried to grope me while reaching for pudding.
They were vanilla swirl.
Oh,
I remember-
Oyster. No.
Wait, Tina, you've always loved vanilla swirl. I could swirl your vanilla, maybe. Dang it. Nice one, Oyster. Looking perfect.
I wasn't surprised at all when y'all said y'all wanted to come out here with your camera and make a video story about my boy. Did you know his brother was on TV once too? Crashed a school bus. Anyhow, Oyster. See, he's been washing windows down on that same corner for years, and he makes a pretty penny doing it. See, we were never worried about him. We knew he was special from the time he invented that robot gigging machine in the 3rd grade. He called it the Gigabot. People always asking how Oyster got his name. See, his real name's like Chester, some shit like that. Anyhow, when he was just a little boy, his daddy at the time was always ragging on me to make him oysters for dinner. So I did.
Well, while they were in the other room, you know, watching something or other, you know, I don't know. I got up on that counter, right? Now, there was a trick to it back then, but I had it figured out.
He was one curious sumbitch. He's all the time climbing up on top of things, or crawling into things, or getting himself wedged in between two things. It's like that was his hobby back then. Still is, really.
So I got up on the counter, right? And I scamper across, right? And I grab the first oyster I see. And I shove the whole fucker right in my mouth. Boop! Right like that, man. God. You know, I mean, back then, you know, I'd suck on just about anything, you know, it didn't matter, you know. Matchbox cars, dice, you know, barbershop hair, you know, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Hey, man. But damned if that oyster didn't almost do me in.
Next thing I remember is coming back into the kitchen, and he was choking so bad he was turning blue.
Well, my daddy at the time, right, he grabs me. And he's the type of guy that, you know, when he wants something, he ain't afraid to shake it out of you, you know what I mean? So by the time they got that oyster shell out of me, and they were all, you know, celebrating, cracking brews, they could say my face was still blue, right? Guess that's how close to the death I come.
And it wasn't until a couple of days later that we found out he's allergic to oysters. I still don't think it did him any real harm.
Oyster? Sure, I know Oyster Bummins. He's a damn fine boy, hero. See, when Booger here washed my car, he don't touch them front and back windshields. He probably do an okay job. Probably do an even more okayer job than Bummins. Seals windshields, them's Oyster's territory.
Jesus, my Adam's apple there is gonna hit me. Oh yeah. Good. What'd I say?
Oyster's a great guy.
He's a great man. And he's wise even. I mean, like one time I was like, hey, Oyster, what do I do to get the barbecue sauce off the windows? And he rattled it off. Just like that. I can't snap.
You know, people say to me, Calvin, you're rich beyond your wildest dreams. Incredibly successful, respected, got a beautiful house, 3-time county princess for a wife.
That would be me.
Oh, yeah.
Almost 4 times.
Well, you know, I don't want to get into that because I'm getting loud.
Well, I should have won.
You didn't look half good, you did.
I mean, really.
I'd like to punch her in the face.
I wish you had,
I wish I
Calvin.
had found out where she lives now. I'd shoot her.
Oh, Calvin, back to Oyster.
I'm kidding about you. I got 3 wonderful kids and a 4-wheeler.
You love that 4-wheeler.
More than you. What else could you ask for? Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'd trade everything I got, everything I have right now. That could just be Oyster Bummins. Whew, especially them kids. Yeah, some people may think a 36-year-old window washer still living with his mama ain't exactly the lap of luxury or high living. I got 2 words for them. No rent.
No rent?
No. There's something called money in your pocket.
Money. Jingle, jingle.
I mean, come on. You got it or you don't. And he's got it. Oh, not to mention he's a hero. What else you want?
Morning. Business is booming, huh? Well, listen, my name's Artie Flannigan. I opened up a new car wash in town.
You're doing what?
A new car wash. We're having a grand opening type shindig. I was wondering maybe if you could hang some of these posters up. Yeah, I'd really appreciate that. Just hang those flyers up whenever taking a chance. No rush. Thanks a lot.
Give me the paper towels.
Yeah, I like to keep up with what my old students is up to. Now, Oyster being a hero, I take a special interest in him. One morning about 10 years past, that old bus driver, Bummins, Oyster's brother, he got himself all liquored up before he picked up the kids. Wife's having an affair or something. Well, he's moving along and he runs right past Oyster's stop sign. Ran smack dab into a Honda Civic. Well, Oyster there, he didn't hesitate. He raced right over on, well, he finished the window he was doing first, and raced right over onto that bus. All told, Oyster saved 6 kids that day. And one no good, sorry ass, son of a bitch, drunken brother. The town's better off for it. That's why everybody was so mad when that new fella came to town.
It's Artie Flannigan. I'm just dropping off my flyers. Squirts for Less car wash. Maybe you heard of it? We got 6 of them peppering the southeast. No? Well, lucky number 7's gonna be right here in Burgaw. Now, what is this for? You're doing a story about Oyster. Oh. But he's still washing cars on the side of the road? Poor man. I'm sorry, can you get off the car? Thank you.
We got real mad when that little midget bastard came into town and tried to run Oyster out of business. I am really possessive of Oyster. I really am. I feel like we have a connection. If I had one iota of sexual attraction to Oyster Bummins, a single one, I would have married him instead of Calvin.
Oh,
In a heartbeat. I'm convinced that Oyster is my soulmate. His attitudes, his ideas, his opinions on jam. We're like 2 concluded sides on a soul map. Together in God's molten lava pit of love, pulled out and separated to make 2 individuals, Oyster and me. And maybe my friend Jana's dog Lazarus. I love that puppy dog. So cute. But nothing. I'm just not attracted to him. And we tried.
Oh, yeah.
Like that time that we went to prom together. That was a magical night. I'd never made out in a van before.
I've mostly sat up front, filled with the radio.
But no dice. If that were ever to change, though, I'd get a divorce so fast and marry Oyster like that.
Real quick, like.
Yeah, real quick.
Now, do I look at you or the camera? Okay, all right. Well, business is slow. And by slow, I mean non-existent. Although, one person did stop by. Hey, hello, Tina.
Hi, Artie. I just wanted to come and say hi.
You haven't changed.
What?
You look great.
What?
Did you want something?
Is there any way you could turn that off?
Here, let me. Oh, sorry. The button's stuck.
I just wanted to stop by and say, welcome back. And, sorry I didn't come by sooner. But, I mean, you know where I am, too.
Tina.
Look, Artie, it's like you said, nothing ever changes in Burgaw. And I just wanted to say I'm really sorry for the way things worked out. And when you asked me to go with you, I just wasn't ready. I mean, we were just kids. And you were still so upset about everything.
Listen, you don't have to.
Oh my God! Oh my God, Artie, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh God. Let me see. You might have to. Oh, that looks bad. I mean, it looks fine. No one will notice. Just bring your hair.
Tina, how about I fish it out later?
Sure.
I'm gonna sit here. Probably could have gone a little better. She could have stuck around for a car wash, for example. But I'm not splitting hairs.
Of course I was excited to see him. I mean, it'd been a while. I must have driven around his place 3 or 4 times before I got up enough courage to go in. I mean, sure, we didn't exactly end on the best terms, but then again, most people don't.
We first met at a protest rally against the beef industry on the cruelty of veal. We weren't protesting the veal. We were protesting the anti-veal protesters. I know it's cruel, but have you had this stuff? It's freaking delicious. It's tasty. It's like Christmas morning in your mouth. Yeah. I just can't believe people could be so juvenile. I mean, it's not like I was trying to put anyone out of business or anything. I mean, squirts for breasts. Who thinks that's funny?
Alright, I don't see what the big deal is in the first place. So he squirts for breasts. That ain't a crime. You know, that there's normal. You know, in fact, you ask me, somebody gets so worked up about squirting for a pair of titties, they got them something to hide. Am I glad it happened? No, of course not. But am I happy it happened? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you guys want me to be real and be unreal. You know, it was pretty funny. It's like my daddy always said, man, a tie's like kissing your sister. And a loss. Hell, that's like her making you pull out just before you're about ready to finish. Yeah, my daddy, man, he was a wise man.
Individuals and companies compete for their own economic gain in the free market economy. I mean...
I heard he's a damn eunuch.
What is a eunuch?
Not sure. I think it's somebody with only one penis. I know, buddy. Be okay.
Booger, come on. I got an idea.
There he is. Give me the milkshake.
Why is it always my milkshake?
Shut up and give it.
Oh, hey guys, welcome to Squirts for Less.
What's there be? Get the hell out of Burgaw. You got no business here.
Yeah, you only got one penis, you pussy. Plus, ooh, are those XL 5000? The ones with
Super Dual Suck, yeah.
Damn, I always want to see me one of them in action.
It's too bad the button keeps getting stuck.
Oh yeah? Well, have you checked that starter belt? Because that's probably what it is.
I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to be the problem there. If you want to... What kind of soap y'all use here?
Industrial Clean Co. are in the base.
Don't leave streaks?
I thin it out first.
With what?
Trade secret.
What kind of coolant system y'all got?
Automated.
Wax?
Super gloss.
Air fresheners?
Peppermint.
Well, where y'all get your dispensers from?
Minnesota.
Wow. Minnesota.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't spare no expense, did you?
Nope, nope.
Mind if I stick around here for a while?
Not at all. Booger. Oh, you mean Thaddeus. He is really a godsend. He has really gotten the word out. It was like, once people saw a fellow local coming by, it was okay for everybody. First car pulls up, covered in mud. And things just sort of took off from there. I mean, can you hear it out there? Just people going by, you know, the buzzer's going off for the car wash. It means time for the wax. And then another car comes through. It's like my, you know, what's his name? Got all the boulevards. Martin Luther King always say, I had a dream. I had a dream to wash cars. Go Freedom Train.
It was like God took a dump in my soup and told me to eat. Luckily, Mama had herself an idea.
I just told him that the only way he's gonna beat that son of a bitch now is if he got himself in a position of power. So I sent him down to see old Tex.
Yeah, I was in the Nam, knee-deep in the shit. Got shot 37 times in my first 18 hours on the ground, mostly by other people. Left 2 legs, an arm, and the better part of my loins over there. This eye? I lost that when I got hit with a paper football. But Oyster Bummins was the last fella I expected to see coming through them doors that day. And when he told me why I was here, I was more surprised than a dog trying to fart through a whistle.
I'm gonna run for mayor is what?
Oyster, you know this town ain't had a mayor since Scotty Smith shot that hooker with his 12 gauge.
She was a hell of a mayor, though.
Yeah? Hell of a hooker, too.
See, when I'm mayor, Mama says I can change them their zoning laws, whatever those are, and run old Squirts for Less straight out of Burgaw. Things can finally go back to the way they were originally supposed to be like. Yeah, I remember my science teacher, Dr. So-and-so. Anytime I raised my hand and answered a question, he'd be like, "Oyster Bummins, if you were any dumber, you could run for president of the goddamn United States." I mean, I was wrong anyway, but I never was good at science. Of course, didn't have to be no rocket man to know where to set up camp.
So I says to her, if you think that thing is getting anywhere near my duty hole, you got another thing coming. I don't care nothing about no male G-spot. She called off the wedding the next day.
Hey, what is Oyster doing over there?
Yep, the way I see it, pigs gotta be the smartest of the non-car driving animals. Here you go, buddy. Supper.
Hey, Oyster!
Oh, damn, you can't hear me.
Oyster!
Hell, they know not to eat one another, even though they're so damn delicious. See, that there's a little something called ethics, or morals, or, you know, whichever one says don't chew on your neighbor. 1, 2, 3, go! His name? We call him Supper. It's a little joke, you know, to keep them in line, you know. Sometimes you gotta do that with pigs, or they, you know, they start getting all wise-alecky. Yep, Supper the campaign pig.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
When we win this thing, I'm thinking about making him deputy mayor. He's good with numbers. Ain't you, boy?
Oyster, what are you doing here?
Hey, Artie.
Really? Do you remember me?
I remember you coming into town and trying to run me out of business.
Well, excuse me? Oyster, I had no intention of...
Don't worry about it. I was here to return the favor.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's nothing, man. It's just that this little place of yours, when I'm mayor, gonna be shut down faster than that bagel shop over on 9th.
The synagogue?
Damn Bible shorteners.
So you're gonna run for mayor just to shut me down?
No, man. See, this is business. This is not personal, man. In fact, here. Have a balloon.
You're not gonna get away with this.
Now go on, get out of here.
Oyster didn't give him any other choice. He maybe could have moved somewhere else, you know, because I know he didn't really like it here for a while, but, you know, he really loves the town, so he had no other choice than to run for mayor.
Hey there, boy. Interest you in a Joltin' Joe?
I'm sorry, I'm not interested in a gun.
I ain't blind in both eyes, boy. Joltin' Joe's a cup of coffee. Figured you could use a little pick-me-up. Looks like you had a hell of a night.
What? Excuse me?
You got a little tongue blister. Little mud on the infield. Purple rose of Cairo.
What?
Some Nick pepperoni.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got a hickey on your neck, boy.
Oh, little accident with the vacuum cleaner.
It's like my daddy always said. Some women suck harder than Rod Stewart at a rugby party. Now, if you don't want a cup of coffee, the hell you wasting my time for?
When we found out that that little pipsqueak was running against Oyster, we could hardly believe it. Could we, hon?
It's true.
So we figured we'd go down to Artie's office and have a little talk with him and show him the error of his ways.
'Cause the Lord says, know thy enemy.
So that you may smite them.
I was never one for golf, and we don't really have a golf course here in Burgaw, so I've been trying out, the tee over at the miniature golf course, and...
Hey!
Hi!
Artie, how are you?
Good. I'm afraid we haven't been properly introduced.
Oh, Artie, I'm Tammy.
I'm Calvin.
This is my husband, Calvin, and we just wanted to welcome you to your office, so welcome to your office!
Oh, wait, well, I'm just looking to get a little dark in here.
I am touched.
I'm so
I believe
glad.
is the word.
I've been working my fingers to the bone making you some egg salad.
Well, you know what? Why don't you two have a seat over here? Over here. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna.
It is my office.
Yeah, okay, come on in here, man.
No, go ahead. Have a seat. No, I insist. Ladies, please.
I figured we'd sweet talk him for a while till he was like putty in our hands. And it was working too, till Big Mouth here decided to start opening his trap.
I just couldn't take that bastard's attitude anymore.
Shh, quiet. Sorry to bother you like this.
It's okay. My door is always open, metaphorically.
Well, we just wanted to come and bring you this welcome lunch.
That is so nice.
Can't get you a sandwich here, buddy. A nice drink here. You have some of that sandwich, and you tell me that's not the best sandwich you ever had.
I worked really hard
All
on
day.
Well, it looks very good.
I did everything but slice the bread.
Oh, thank you.
I bought the bread at the supermarket.
Oh, well, here we go.
Come on, take a bite of that. Hey, let it sit in your mouth. Let's stew it in there for a little bit. It tastes like that's good stuff there.
Thank you.
I knew it.
Right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You are.
Thank you, Tammy.
Hey, well, ain't there somebody else you need to be thankful for that sandwich?
That's right. That's right.
You're right, Calvin. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you very much for the sandwich as well.
His name's Jesus, son.
Amen.
And without him, you'd be enjoying that nice whole day worked on sandwich in the fiery pits of hell.
Hallelujah!
Jesus made the sandwich? Am I even allowed to eat it? Jesus uses Wonder Bread? I should have been more careful. I hadn't expected them to be so sensitive. I just should have been more careful. I realize that now.
Oh my God! Calvin, no!
Oh my God!
Let's go.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's take some stuff.
Hey, good luck trying to answer the phone now, dickhead.
Dear Christ. You know, the whole thing just motivated me more. People like that are in the minority. Folks around here deserve better. Better car washes, better public officials. And I am the one that can do it. Thankfully, people are starting to get the message. Well, mostly because Thad came up with a snappier t-shirt.
Well, anybody could see that my boy's campaign is in trouble. And that is why I decided to call for some reinforcements.
What are you doing here? Man, Mama said she needed my help, so I came as soon as she called.
Well, don't you think you should have finished dropping the kids off first?
Fuck them. They can walk.
That's like 2 counties away.
Man, that's why God gave them cell phones, ain't it? Besides, that fat one over there. Yeah, you! He knows how to drive a stick, man. What the fuck are you looking at, man? Get the fuck out of here!
Oh, man. I'm sorry about earlier, man. I got fooled by a camera once before.
Hello, ladies. It's still $9 per half hour? Taping ain't extra, is it?
Because I only brought exact change. Nice badge. And here at Burgaw, we got ourselves a saying. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'll hit you in the eye. What's that shoot you in the eye? My name? Well, they say you can't give yourself your own nickname. Well, that's bullshit. I did. Theodore Bumpy Bummins. There. Done. Did it. Why Bumpy? I'll tell you why. Because anybody that messes with these, they's in for a bumpy ride. Why'd I leave? I'll tell you why I left. Because people in this town can be pretty damn close-minded. They all blame me for that accident. I mean, I don't see how I was driving a damn school bus. I don't care what side of the road I was on. That old lady should have seen me coming. Now, I'm here to help my brother out, just like he helped me that day. Plus, there's some fine-looking fur pie in this here town. And not many male specimens of my caliber, if you know what I'm saying. See, man, what it comes down to is two things. Who's got the holes and who's got the pokey pots. That's what it's all about. that one wasn't beer.
Looks like Alf, man. Like Alf. It's just, sorry, it's coming out of my belly button. Go ahead now.
Well, I take matters of family pride real serious. I mean, when it comes to that, I'm all business. So I took over as campaign manager pretty much right away.
That's true.
Don't interrupt me when I'm talking. First thing I told him was that, I mean, you can't go messing around with that phony baloney bullshit, because people are going to see right through that. All right, what you got to do to get yourself to win the election is just be yourself. Be yourself. Only taller. I mean, America likes itself a tall man. I don't need somebody up there looking like a damn Papa Smurf telling him what to do, you know what I mean? Yeah. Thinking he's too big for his britches and he's knee-high to a grasshopper. They don't need that. You know, Tom Cruise, he stuffs his boots with them little chink babies.
Yeah, I just use the next pair of socks. Yeah. It gives me like 2 more inches.
Right. Helps out a little bit.
A little bit.
After we got that took care of, the next order of business was figuring out how we were going to handle that there debate. Because Oyster over here, he ain't much for public speaking, if you know what I'm talking about. I mean, he gets all, well, you get nervous as shit is what you do. You end up looking like a fool up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can't have that.
Get a little nervous.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I don't have that problem or nothing myself, but, you know, old Oyster here, he got the problem with the nerves. He gets to shaking and to twitching, and I mean, it's something to see.
No, yeah, I'm looking forward to the debate, yeah. I think it'll be a great opportunity for people to get to know me a little better. Well, it's almost showtime. Thaddeus is in the war room. You know, the war. Did you wash your hands? Go in there and wash your hands now. You have to excuse him, you know. In the car wash, he's all around those cleaning materials, so he's not used to having to wash. I didn't hear the water running. Yeah, that night didn't quite go the way I had hoped. Like it could have gone better. I would just like to thank you all for coming tonight. It's inspiring to know that there are a number of people in this town who still take their politics and the well-being of their town seriously. I guess since my opponent failed to show up, and the moderator, and the majority of the town, I suppose that leaves me free to dictate the night's proceedings. Is there any word? Any word? Where is everyone?
Yeah, well, we're supposed to be at the debate right now, but Bumpy seemed to think that politically showing up would be a bad move.
See, my brother, God love the dumb bastard, he wasn't exactly blessed with them speaking skills that come in handy with such things as debates or general conversation.
Anytime tonight would be great. It ain't like this is a bar or nothing.
So you see, the question became how we was gonna make this debate, which should be our kiss of death, how we was gonna make it work, boys. Now?
Gracias, senorita sexy pants.
How much those cost?
$2.50 a piece.
I wasn't talking about the beers.
Drop dead.
Only with you underneath, baby.
Damn, she was being me. Yeah, well, we weren't sure what to do. Luckily, my brother had one of his
Bumpy Bummins trademark strokes of genius. See, I had a buddy of mine at the copy place who owed me a favor, so I had him run off a bunch of giant posters for my brother. And then, see, this is where the real genius comes in. I had a bunch of other ones made up, and I got them distributed to local church groups and senior citizens type ladies. Right there's a little something called being proactive. Then there was a question of how we was going to pay for all this campaigning. So I told the bartender to start old Artie Flannigan a tab. Thanks, Art.
How's it going?
Here, the debate didn't go so hot last night.
Well, it's kind of hard to debate an empty chair. But I did score some good points. Those things are so darn quick on their feet, though.
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I closed last night.
And opening today.
Well, as you can see, I am very popular.
Listen, Tina. When I left here, it had nothing to do with you.
Of course.
No thanks. I'm fine. I just came here to see you.
Oh, shit.
I just wanted to see if you wanted to grab some lunch sometime. Just lunch, no strings attached. Old friends, all that.
I don't know, Artie. It's been a long time.
Come on, I've known people that have been in rehab longer than we've been broken up.
All right, but it won't be a date. Here. Give me a call.
I still have your number.
No, you don't.
Of course I do. Stay with me all these years.
No.
Don't know why.
Really, you don't. We had it changed 3 years ago because well, Greasy Rick was stalking me.
Oh. Okay. Are these my flyers?
Hello, Booger.
Hey, Hoss, came back for this. Going by the name Thaddeus now.
Been spending a lot of time out at Squirts for breasts lately, Booger.
Less, Hoss, it squirts for less. So what if I have been?
Look, nothing. Look, we've been having a lot of customers come around asking about you. A lot of people in town like you. They want to know when you'll be back. I don't know what to tell them.
You've had customers?
Well, no. I'm thinking that the truth is it's real lonely here without you. And we need you back. Booger, I don't exactly know how to go about this, but deep down inside I feel I miss you, Booger. I miss you a whole darn lot.
Hey, tried to scrape the deer off the El Camino, but I don't think we're ever gonna get those stains out. Red's a hard color to get. Am I rubbing something?
Who's this?
Goober.
Look, this ain't no one. Look, don't pay attention to him. I can explain. He's not even with me.
Okay. So after all that we've been through, all the cars that we've junked, all the crap that I've done for this place, you've gone and replaced me.
Wait.
Booger, don't go
this
jumping.
Is Booger? Booger, hot damn! He's told me all about you. He told me you're killing the coon hunt.
Go wait outside, Goober, please. Okay?
Told him I was dead.
You were dead to me, Booger. It tore me all up inside. weren't fair and it weren't proper neither. Well, that's changed now that you're back. Just everything can go back the way it was. I'm so glad you're coming back.
I can't come back, not till the election's over.
Well, you don't actually think that Artie's gonna win, do you? Oyster's gonna wipe the floor with him. Besides, what kind of name's Flannel Man anyway? Sing us a song, you're the Flannel Man.
Says you. You know what? I don't think I'll even be back. I think Artie's gonna win, and he said he'd make me deputy mayor.
You don't want to be no deputy, Booger. Listen, deputy. Only two things that are good to be a deputy are a stooge or a really big pig. He ain't got a snowball's chance. Hell, I'll let you shit in my hat if he wins.
This is exactly why I don't let you borrow my hats.
And as far as the election goes, in about 5 days, we'll see who's doing the laughing and who's doing the shit.
Artie Flannigan says he just wants to give Burgaw a cheap means for cleansing their cars. But to be honest, he kinda reminds us of another fella who is obsessed with a different kind of cleansing. Artie Flannigan. Harmless car wash owner? Or Hitler's cousin? Paid for by citizens for Oyster Bummins for mayor.
Well, what do you think?
Wait, so Artie's a Jew?
No, you stupid. He ain't.
Can you do that? Can you just say anything you want about somebody in an advertisement commercial like that?
Of course we can. We paid for it, didn't we? I mean, TV lies all the time. You don't gotta be 100% accurate. Example. Do you know that Oprah ain't really black?
I knew it.
Uh-huh. And I mean, this is just the start. We got ourselves a whole arsenal. By the time we're done with him, he's gonna be more black and blue than a new bride on Labor Day. Oh, I got some more right here. Yeah, take a look, see. And what you think of this one?
Get it in there, brother.
I got you. Do you like America? How about God? Freedom? Happiness? Well then vote Oyster Bummins, cause he's one of us, and he likes what we like. How about taxes? Being poor? Derek Jeter? How about herpes? Well, then I guess you better vote for the other guy. Paid for by citizens for Oyster Bummins for mayor.
It's too bad you and Oyster ever had to break up.
Oh, give me a break, Mama. Our relationship consisted of him cupping my right breast while reaching for pudding. Heck, he'd still be hanging on if I hadn't stabbed him with that spark.
Oh, still, you didn't have to overreact like that.
Mama, he was playing me like an old-timey radio.
It's just too bad is all. You two are so cute together. Way cuter than you and that Artie Harrison that you insist on going out with tomorrow.
Flannigan, Mama. His name is Artie Flannigan, and we are just friends, so stop trying to run my life.
Who's running? I'm just saying keep an open mind is all. Don't rule out that Oyster. He's going to be mayor soon. And here you are canoodling with an also-ran. I mean, why get in bed with a sheep when you could be riding a cow?
People don't ride cows, Mama.
Oh, well, I was just speaking metaphorically. Well, look who it is.
Would you like to buy some cookies?
Hello? Are you a brownie? You are so delicious. How much to touch those? I would love to touch those Thin Mints. Knew I shouldn't have let them tape that. I don't know, I just don't understand how people could spread such hateful rumors, for one, and I don't understand the people that actually believe that nonsense. You don't believe it, do you?
Bumpy says you can't just start preaching issues to people. You see, they just don't care. See, that's why we need to make Artie look like an outsider. People don't trust people that strikes them as different, right? See, it makes them think different thoughts. You know, so as long as we make him look like an outsider, we can't lose, brother. Oh, these look good right here. Get this out. Yeah. Hey, Calandra.
Yep, I went to Burgaw's Dale Earnhardt High School and Dale Earnhardt Junior High before that. Had some good times here, growing up. And of course, they were all mostly shown up by Oyster. Like the time that I won the National Spelling Bee. It just happened to be the same week that Oyster set himself on fire. Of course, I never really embraced my success here in Burgaw. They're always too busy celebrating Oyster.
See, we just got to keep reminding people that he's the bad guy here, you know, like I'm Sylvester Stallone and he's that big Russian robot. Fucking robots, man.
Except that there was that one article that they did about my successful chain of car washes in the local paper. It talked about all I had accomplished. It was real nice. It felt good to see it, you know? Except, now this is tiny. I mean, they printed it in the wrong section. It's a funny little mix-up, I mean. It could have been if anyone had called me after they'd seen it. Really, who reads the newspapers these days anyway?
Or like maybe he's Darth Vader and I'm Han Solo. But not that big hairy Muppet. Fucking Muppets, man. Scooter, you remember his ass? Fucking.
Did he tell you about the time he killed my cat with a crossbow? Accident, he says.
Animal. Fucking hated that drummer. Dr. Teeth, you kidding me? The whole band sucked. Janice, she was hot.
You know, the fact of the matter is that none of that really means anything. You can't live your life in the past. I've got a lot of really important stuff going on right now, and I am determined to have them all turn out well. Just, other stuff. Yeah, the election, and other stuff.
I'm gonna be mayor, for Christ's sake.
Alright, step right on out. Come on. That's it.
Where are we? Am I dressed okay?
Pretty as a picture. Come on. No, it's fine.
My uniform. I'm embarrassed. Now?
Just a minute.
Now?
Alright.
Car wash?
There's more. Thaddeus!
Oh my God, Artie. That is so perfect.
Shall we?
It's like my own red carpet.
Well, let's take a walk. Careful now, it's still kind of hot.
Oh my God, Artie, this is amazing.
Well, I figured you spend your whole day serving people. Might be nice to be the one getting served.
Is this veal?
Yeah, not everyone's favorite dish is baby cow.
Artie?
Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Remember how you used to say that your favorite thing growing up was staying up to listen to the rainstorms during the summertime? Let's see if I got this right.
What is that? How did you
I had Thad rig it so that only the sprinklers turned on.
What if you get a customer?
Yeah, it hasn't been much of an issue lately. Now go ahead, dig in. No need for nice manners or anything.
It's not that.
Oh God, it's too much garlic. I knew it. My mom always said, you know, there's no such thing as too much garlic. And I'm like, Mama, there is such a thing as too much
Artie,
garlic. And
I'm a
like,
vegetarian.
but the protests.
I know. But, well, I guess one day I just sort of realized that it was cruel. I mean, I felt deep down that there were more important things than ribeye. But I mean, you should totally go ahead and eat. And it looks delicious. Enjoy. I'll just eat the mashed potatoes. What are these chunkies?
Lamb.
I'll eat around them. Mmm.
Looks like we didn't need the sprinklers after all. Listen, I was just wondering, or rather pondering, you know, the possibility of maybe the two of us, you know. No, you don't. Maybe us giving it another go.
So this wasn't a date?
It's not. It's more of an inquiry.
Artie, having you back here has been wonderful for me. I mean, it's weird, you know? You think you remember everything and then you realize you forgot all the small stuff. It's almost like I miss you even more now that you're back.
So is that a maybe?
And it's so great to see how much you've grown and how much you've changed. I mean, look at all you've accomplished. How you stand up for yourself now makes me see what I've been missing in my life. And that's why we can't be together.
Excuse me?
Artie, I've got to travel. I need to see the world, or at least another county, but I've got to get out of Burgaw. And it now seems like you're settling down here. I mean, maybe even becoming mayor. The timing's just bad. And, well, it wouldn't be fair to either of us, but especially to you.
Well, maybe I'll lose.
Artie, no, it's too important. And besides, things like this, they happen for a reason. I mean, I don't pretend to understand why, but maybe it's just another sign that we're not supposed to be together.
Tina, these are not signs. These are obstacles. And we can work around these. I mean, signs just don't smack you in the face like...
Yes, they do. That's why they're signs. I mean, otherwise they'd just be coincidences.
Okay, then how's this for a sign? Tina, I love you.
Oh my God, are you okay?
I think I'm blind.
It's probably only temporary.
Thaddeus! Thought I told you to rig the soap nozzles. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
fired up about that. God damn it. I'll tell you what, it is one thing to try to run a man out of business and spread rumors about him around town. It is a whole different thing entirely to try to take another man's woman. Shit, that shit ain't right, man. That's fucking below the belt right there. That's pubic country. Then there's that shit that happened with Supper. Or I should say that shit that happened to Supper. God rest his soul. I mean, fuck. Oyster was all tore up about that shit. 5 cents for you. I mean, it ain't his fault that his damn deputy mayor just happens to be goddamn delicious.
Supper! Supper, where you at, boy? At least you still love me. Come on out. I want to find my campaign pig. Supper? Where's that damn pig? Supper! I want Flannigan out of here, Bumpy. Gone.
Look.
I want things back to the way they was.
All right. Well, the election's in 4 days, man.
No,
He's almost out.
No, 4 days is too long. I want him gone now, tonight.
So what we did was we hatched ourselves a little plan. We dress ourselves up like robbers and go over to Artie's and stick them up and run that little fucker right out of town.
Wait, can we just walk in there with guns?
That's why you wear the ski mask, man. The guns, they ain't even gonna be loaded. All right, we just want to do it to scare the little bastard.
Well, where are we gonna get the guns at?
Don't worry about that. I got that all took care of. See, we ain't allowed to carry guns since those dozen or so folks got shot at the last family reunion. So that's why I'm going to see Tex here. Tex! How you doing, buddy?
See where that went?
Oh, I got you.
What in the hell are you doing here?
Yeah. Tex and I have known each other for a long time. We've been drinking buddies ever since he got back from the war. Man, we used to love terrazing, man. We'd go out to the bars in town that had the steepest staircases and no ramp. We'd all go inside and get drunk out of our minds. And then we'd come out and stand at the top of the staircase and yell down to him, "Hey Tex, man, why don't you come on up? It's great." or why don't you come and fly up and fly inside on your little flying machine? you remember that?
I hated that.
yeah. And then anytime Tex would used to tell a joke, I'd say something like, "Hey man, that was lamer than your legs," or "that was weaker than your calves," or "at least mine work." And then we made a sign, and we hung it over the door when Tex first started working here at the shop. You remember that sign?
Been trying to get that thing down for years.
Yeah, man. I bet. I remember it when the first time he saw it, he did the flop. See, when Tex gets real angry, he'll lunge at you and then just flop down on the ground. He flopped and flipped around there like a little fish trying to stay alive. Man, we could watch him flop for hours, man. Just get drunk out of our minds, betting money on how long he stayed down there on the ground. Oh, man. Man, sometimes I wonder why I ever left this town.
Court order.
Yeah. Well, I figured nobody probably would have minded.
Hey, you can go on home, Thaddeus. I can lock up.
Are we gonna not do no campaigning tonight?
Nah. I figure most people have made up their minds at this point. It's out of our hands, into those of the people.
Okay, well, I think I'll still put some posters up on the way home anyway.
Thanks, Thad. I appreciate that, but I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We lose? It's not exactly a matter of life and death.
This shit's gonna be fun. You ready? Yeah. Hey, I thought I told you to either wear black or dark blue. It's the darkest blue I can find. Man, I meant like navy blue.
This is navy blue.
No, that's more like a royal blue. Says you. Says the damn rainbow. Now come on, let's go.
Oh, it's been an interesting day today. Yeah. Oh, Bumpy come busting through those doors. That was more surprising than Strom Thurmond's family tree. Of course, after all these years, I was more than happy to help him out.
All right, look, man. You let me do all the talking, all right? I want this thing to look real. I don't want it to look like no damn Smurf on ice parade, all right? What are you doing?
My cock's stuck.
Well, you best be taking care of that on your own. I ain't going near your ball sack, man.
I'm serious. It's jammed or something.
Look, just forget about it. Don't matter. It's not like it's loaded or anything.
But still, if I can get it on jam, it'll look more real.
Come on, man. Just...
In fact, he even threw in something a little extra. He kept insisting he didn't need any bullets, but I threw in a few for free, while his back was turned. What with us being old drinking buddies and everything.
Oyster, I said leave it. Leave it. Come on, man. Doesn't matter. Come on. I can fix it. You say you motherfucker. Give me that. Give me that. Bummin, come here. Let me have it.
See, in this town, we got us a saying. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, and I'll shoot you in the eye. Or is that head?
Bumpy was a good friend, a good man and a damn fine brother. He was the sort of man who, if someone ever bothered or annoyed you, he would hit them, even if that someone was a dog. He was a brave man. He loved talking about his time in the Merchant Marines, where he earned an honorable discharge because of his allergies to shellfish and is a virgin to all things corduroy. He was a storyteller, always feeding people tales about how he got his name, when we all knew when he was born his face looked like something the cat humped. He was a man of great passions. He loved whiskey, spitting, and making sex most of all. Bumpy used to say that life can be broken down into two things: who's got the holes and who's got the pokey parts. Well, on this beautiful morning, I believe that every ounce of my soul, that Bumpy is riding his pokey part all the way to heaven. And I'm sorry I shot you in the face, brother. I'm sorry I shot you in the face. Mama.
Sure, I had some questions after the whole ordeal. I mean, who wouldn't? Just makes one wonder exactly what two men were doing in my parking lot trying on ski masks with guns. The fact of the matter, Thaddeus, do you have to have that on right now? The fact of the matter is that this man's brother's dead. And that somehow I contributed to his death by refusing to just sit down with Oyster and settle this thing once and for all. You know, just how important is this business and some stupid campaign? I'm going over to his mom's trailer. No judgments on that, but can't live in a house. But to make amends. Put this whole campaign mess behind us. Now at least owe Bumpy that. God rest his soul.
Bet you I can eat more candy than you.
Bet you can.
Bet you I can eat it faster.
Bet you can.
Bet you I can hit you with this brick.
Bet you can.
Oyster!
Yeah?
Bet you I can get to the door before you.
Bet you can. This ain't gonna be close. Yeah, I'm coming, you sorry son of a...
Hello, Oyster.
Hey, you.
Hope I'm not catching you at a bad time. You busy?
Well, I was thinking about throwing this apple at something. And I've been squeezing her for a while. She's getting real soft.
Well, that's nice.
See, when I get sad, I like to squish up fruit and throw it at things.
Really, I write letters.
Why?
I really don't know. Oyster, I wanted to come down in person and say how sorry I am for your loss.
Okay.
And to make a proposition. Finally bury the hatchet.
Wait, you brought a hatchet?
No, food. I was hoping maybe I'd come inside and we could talk, man to man. Maybe break a little bread, or in this case, stew.
You brought grub, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, come on in, you cockfucker.
Okay. Hello, Mrs. Bummins. Just wanted to say how sorry
What the hell is he doing here?
Says he wants to talk.
Well, ain't he just a regular Regis?
Well, he brought food.
You could tell him we ain't got a hog no more.
Says he got himself a proposition, too.
And you can tell him I've been married enough times. And if you're gonna eat, don't bring out the good plastic.
Copy that, Mama.
So it's like I said, this bad blood between us has gone on for too long, and it's time to let bygones be bygones. Before something else unfortunate happens. That's why, as of this morning, I have dropped out of the race for mayor. And if you'll have me, I'd like you to come aboard as my partner at Squirts for Less. I figure with my business sense and your, well, you, I think we can make Squirts for Less work in this town. What do you say, you and me partners?
Well, what kind of payoff we talking about here?
Well, with you and me working together, without any of these distractions, I think we can make a real killing. Sorry.
Well, can I have Thursdays off? You see, Thursday's my bad luck day.
Think we can arrange that?
I was just yanking your chain about the whole Thursday bad luck thing. But you shook on it, so it still counts.
Fair enough.
Damn, partner, I gotta say, this shit is delicious. Mama never made anything like this for me before. What do you call it?
It's oyster stew.
Well, I've always wanted a food named after me. That's cool.
It's not named after you. It's oyster stew. I figure you like it so much if you're named after it.
You're shitting me.
No, why?
I'm allergic to oysters, you dumb fuck. That's why I'm named after them.
What?
I'm allergic to oysters. They can kill me.
How was I supposed to know that?
Everybody knows that.
Oh, God. I'm allergic to bee stings. No one calls me Bumblebee.
More like Bumblefuck. Now get me to the hospital. No shit. You alright, man?
We rolling? I'm standing here with Artie Bummins. Miss Bummins, would you mind telling us what happened here today?
I will tell you exactly what happened here. That Nazi bastard Artie Flannigan comes into our house trying to poison my son, my oyster, who's over there now to the intensive care. They say by the grace of God he might live.
Are you saying that Artie Flannigan intended to murder your son here today?
That is exactly what I'm saying.
You heard it here first.
That was pretty much the kiss of death. By the time Oyster came to, he was mayor. Never did get around to changing those zoning laws, though. Was too busy filing all those lawsuits against me.
When that Artie character finally left town, it was like a weight had been lifted off of our shoulders. Not to mention it saved our marriage. Thanks to my big, strong lawyer man here. Ouch.
See, since that handshake was legally binding, the law and the Lord don't look too fondly on poison peddling partners.
I just get so hot when he starts talking legalese.
Well, I'm about to hold you in contempt, baby. Assault, battery, rape. Oyster got everything. Every Squirts for Less in the southeast.
Yes, he did.
And not to mention that Artie Finkelhead that finally got the hell out of Burgaw.
Imagine that. All our problems gone. Just like that.
After that, my sales went through the roof. Yeah, people was arming themselves because they finally realized guns don't kill people. Poisonous liberal outsiders trying to steal our jobs is what kills people. Except in Bumpy's case, that was mostly the gun.
Yeah, Booger here acted all surprised and betrayed when that murdering Nazi tried to kill Oyster, but not me. I mean, look at what his people did in World War I.
I didn't even know he was Jewish. Besides,
Could have told you things was gonna end badly. Car washes in small towns? Come on. Them was like butt sex and Jesus. Just don't go well together. You missed a spot. Yeah, McCall.
This is my town. I own this place. I am the king. Elvis has entered the building. I don't know what that son of a bitch was thinking coming to Burgaw anyhow. It ain't like I did anything to him. Oyster Bummins. Woo!
I don't know. I suppose I just wanted to come back home to show them I had done something. Something good. I don't know. I guess part of me just wanted... And part of me deep down just wanted Oyster to fail. You know, why couldn't he fail for once?
Of course, there was one fatality that day. Sure, Oyster pulled those 7 people out of the bus, but they were so busy patting him on the back, they totally forgot about the lady in the Honda Civic that the bus hit. She was alive after the impact, but by the time they remembered her, she was long since dead. That sort of gets lost in the confusion. The town didn't make that much of a stink about it. After all, she didn't have any family, a widower, Amy Flannigan. In fact, her son was one of my old students, Artie Flannigan. He washed up years ago.
Eunuch! I am not a eunuch! I'm sorry, but the car wash is closed on Thursdays. Don't ask me why. Did you hear me? I said the damn car wash is... Tina, where do you...
I hear there's this place in Flyborough. Has the best baby cow on the whole planet. I was thinking I could maybe ride with you until then? Or further if you don't mind.
Tina,
you didn't think I was gonna let you sneak out of here twice, did you? I figure Burgaw isn't big enough for the 2 of us, so maybe we ought to find ourselves someplace that is.
Sounds like a plan. Oh, sorry.
Wash this stuff off your windshield?
Forget it. For once, I'm gonna be the one with the dirty car.
2, 3, 4.